Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland, off here to a glorious 1v1 here on, you guessed it is, Mill Road. In the north it is Acehiro, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 6th Panzer Division here with assault support featuring artillery field officers, cargo trucks, the old Blitz specifically, strafing runs, fragmentation bombs, and the Tiger tank in the south it is Stormjaeger, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Communist Stalin, and the 8th Guards Tank Corps here with defensive tactics, guard motor and mechanized support here with double infantry and anti-tank gun bulletins. A big thanks to Maybe Me for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money, by the way. And of course, a very big thanks to my Patreon supporters, Champion and Heroes, one and all, who support the Propagandacast as well. Other people can join their last year's ranks by pledging on Patreon themselves, or they can donate via PayPal, links in the description. And finally, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing is also a nice way to support the Propagandacast and getting out its mighty and noble words. So, heading off here in the southeast with gun MD-42, Pioneers, they're busy. Doubling near double contact there for Stormjaeger. First engagement around the centre here as we got nearest rushing forward here to make the area a bit more harder for the Germans to use there against the Soviets in the southeast. Machine moving up here. Steady advances so far. Second Grenadier Squad there for Acehiro. Assault support, not one of your more common commanders, though it definitely has some neat elements like the artillery field officer. The air support is quite handy, and the old Blitz is not bad either. It's basically just a much better supply cache at this point. So we'll have to see. But Stormjaeger, of course, some interesting choices there as well. Though guard motor is hanging above them all, as it is just by far the best Soviet commander, no questions asked. Gunny's moving out there, moving on the centre there steadily. He's definitely concerned about a lot of Soviets hanging around here, trying to engage. And the southern machine covering up here, preventing any direct push on the fuel point there. Got the southern victory point. Sandbags also preemptively laid ahead there, and far up north, Stormjaeger's in east advancing, probing up potential German positions. Third conscript there for Stormjaeger. Certainly the current build that definitely makes you think he's more likely to go for guard motor or mechanized support because he wants some guards rifle infantry. He could still go for 4th conscript squad, but I think guard motor always does look very, very, very likely. Not that it's a surprise, but for those hoping for something else. Gunners and engineers here, 3rd Gunnery Squad there face it up. Machine gun remaining there in the south. Pioneers grabbing far southern point here. Yevgeny drops dead here in the face of German rifle fire. North here, Yuri has also ceased to be. Leg pushing with the contact of the Grenadiers here, trying to buy time for the to arrive here. Acehiro slowly dripping in, force towards the north here as Stormjaeger is charging in. Then more gunners running here to fight around the remnants of a cemetery here. Contra being caught there. We got the Contra moving in there. The 3rd one, Pioneers advancing in the south. Flamethrowers ready here, adding significant pressure here to Acehiro's forces, who are definitely ill-disposed to really fight off in flamethrower use, backing up an infantry attack like this, really leaving Acehiro in a bad spot. He's going to need to bring up the MD-42 from the south here towards the north rapidly, or face a potential total collapse. Tech is on the way. The very good machine gun is finally moving up there. It took some time to get disentangled from the building there. But we can't leave the place in that state. What about the safety deposit? We don't have a safety deposit. All right. Going to take lost the machine gun around, just narrowly in time. He also had rifling now further, slowing down the attack from Stormjaeger. He probably was expecting the machine gun to be there faster than he actually was aware it would be, so that kind of worked out. The face here was still fairly close. And there you go, machine gun's flank here is wide open. Stormjaeger charging the conscript there, lacking the Molotovs. I think he can exploit this fully, but we also got the flamethrower scheme here, leaving the machine gun in a bad spot, forcing Acehiro to retreat here. The cannon calling in the officer right now, sort of an emergency stopgap. He could soon go for Panzer Grenadier, but he's definitely under pressure here from Stormjaeger, though he continues to hold his line firmly in the name of the Reich. Back here, medics out there for Stormjaeger to provide healing for his men. Engineers falling back. Machine gun there, good to go. Tech is, well, done. Could go for the Panzer Grenadier squad now. Of course, he may be more interested in reinforcing his troops or getting out some fast light vehicles here versus Stormjaeger. And they're going to use quality with the Grenadier, their car 90 TKs, but they are met straight on by the flamethrower here. The rocks free of the Soviet army. Burning through the Grenadiers, they're down to 2 men. Grab the center for the Grenadier squad there. Like to make a nice company up there for Acehiro. Machine gun car up the center there, and support company here for Stormjaeger. Could be a fast Maxim or field gun. Could also be a mortar, though he's going for Garten Motor. He probably just wants the heavy mortar, to be honest. Acehiro here could go for the artillery field officer. A excellent little unit there for the Wehrmacht, though a lot of Wehrmacht players, even they do go for a commander with them, tend to overlook him, unfortunately. He's finally pushed back there. Didn't have a conscript in time to get it merged up there to full strength. You will notice a lot of serb players, at least in the higher ranks, they will typically try to merge conscripts with the flamethrower engineers. Seem to keep them at full strength since the flamethrower engineers are really powerful. It's not because their flamethrowers are better than the German ones. I think all flamethrowers effectively have the same stats. It's just if you're the Serbs using flamethrowers against typically smaller squads. So in that regard, the flamethrower just has an outside impact because of that. On cart there, on the way for Acehiro. Again, no surprise, pretty much standard Wehrmacht procedure there. Pioneers are taking man loss as Jürgen drops dead, and per standard Wehrmacht procedure drops several meters into the air before jumping down again. Tease on the way for Stormjaeger. That's actually pretty fast, like 6 minutes already calling in. That is a pretty aggressive rush here for Stormjaeger, really showing some early aggression and early control. And that could actually catch Acehiro off guard, since again, typically expected around the 7-minute mark. Doesn't even have the manpower for like going for the Pack 40 right now, so this is like a pretty aggressive dive here for Stormjaeger. That's definitely going to leave his opponent feeling a bit sad. It's not impossible to deal with, but it's definitely going to be rough there. It's definitely going to be very rough. So strong push here by Stormjaeger. Still no commander though, but again, instincts with just 3 conscripts being used are the got motor mechanized support. So there you go. Teasing light tank out here at roughly the 6-minute 45-second mark, which is definitely earlier than most machine T-70s there. Second MG42 again. Acehiro is completely unawares of the T-70 rush that Stormjaeger has perpetrated right now. And that could get quite uncomfortable for Acehiro. Continuing pushing the south here. Meanwhile, up north, continuing and the T-70 we got mountains just in case Acehiro has been laying down there. And he narrowly has time to cancel the MG42 call in the pack here. Had Stormjaeger waited just a bit longer, the MG42 would have been out, and then Acehiro really would have been in a bad place against a potential like T7 here, but he just had the time again thanks to the bulletin. He can get it out pretty fast. Again, there's a reason why the anti-tank and production bulletin is so popular amongst players. Going right here by the T7 engineers there. Constantly being suppressed, pushed back here by Acehiro's 2-2, like a puncher speed wagon. Pack 40 has arrived here, narrowly to prop up Acehiro's front line as Stormjaeger storms ahead here, blazing through German lines, tearing through the infantry. Acehiro definitely was not ready for that fast of a T-70. I mean, most players wouldn't be, honestly. I mean, technically, he like rushed out a fast anti-aircraft after he wanted to, but certainly if you get out like a 6-minute T-70, you're going to go for that, obviously. Well, that was definitely not a bad choice there. More just a consideration. He could also have gone for the fast half-take, but again, 6-minute T-70, not a bad idea. So right now, Stormjaeger's managed to gain most of the map here versus Acehiro. Again, that just T-70 rush completely blindsided him. So really impressive rush there by Stormjaeger. In fact, he now has almost both fuel pod control alongside most of the map. This is a pretty rough situation for Acehiro to be in versus Stormjaeger. Pretty rough. At least he hasn't suffered any wipes, which would otherwise make it much more difficult for Acehiro, but still, it's not looking particularly peachy. Maximum filling out for Stormjaeger. We've also got this his 3-division field gun out here, providing him with both artillery and anti-tank weaponry there in one very neat package. Grabbing us on the victory point. Maximum arriving here to support the front line. Good news pack for moving in there. Straight to mine here, losing Ludwig and Heinrich. Good mine spot there. So thumbs up to Stormjaeger, leveraging further his advantage there. We do get the other MG42 for Acehiro. Not a bad idea. Again, a part of me thinks a Panther escort would also be a handy addition, but again, nothing wrong in another MG42. None at all. No light machine set for the Grenadiers, probably feeling pressured here by Stormjaeger's rapid advances. Up north, armor covers the countries there. Pioneers, I think, sweeping for mines, or at least looking for them, perhaps. Or perhaps he's planning a telemine there, it's hard to say here. Meanwhile, in the south, Conch coming in there on its own, easy targets here, though we do get the maximum supporting. Flame Fuse with the Minesweeper Pioneers, and far up north, Armoured Car there is about to get hunted down by the field gun. Good shot there. Close call there for Acehiro's 2-2. Pioneers in deep Scheiße. In the south here, Conscript pushed back, got rifle grenade out on the Maxim, hitting the gunner and blowing apart their Yuri, but that's about it. Up north here, Grenadiers machine gun support pushing into the Conscript there. Acehiro continues to be under intense pressure from Stormjaeger, who can actually already now begin taking up for the Mechanized Armor Company here, like at the 10-minute mark, on top of like a fast T-70, and then begin upgrading his men to like 7-man status there. That would, of course, be another strong push there for Stormjaeger in terms of like tech tempo, and could leave Acehiro further reeling, as Stormjaeger would just proceed to like release hammer and sickle blows against him. So, I mean, it would be really strong if we were to start taking up now. Really strong here for Stormjaeger, I think. Guard motor. Does he go for the tech that's called a guard squad or heavy mortar? But again, I think the optional move right now would still be the Mechanized Armor Company. I do think that. Armor car being fixed up, machine moving in. But that said, again, calling a guard squad right now, just applying more pressure now, wouldn't be bad either. And nope, no tech, no call-ins. Again, this could work out for Acehiro, then getting a bit more time, since again, if you're someone who likes to just add in 7-man conscripts, now again, Acehiro could really suffer for it. Plus the threat of just, you know, a fast T-34 from 6. So this slightly works out there for Acehiro. Slightly. Armor card almost got the conscript wiped out. If you get a wipe, that'd certainly be helpful for Acehiro and the German army, the 6th Panzer Division. And the center machine gun pack 40 holding up there in the far north Grenadiers Court there, slowly poking around near the ruins of the windmill. Armor car that flanking the Maxim, quickly getting rid of one of the gunners, forcing the rest to panic and get out of there. Just going to get their mines down, pack 40 setting up here, and close call, machine gun is being absolutely obliterated. Good use of the train here, mines up as well. I mean, Stormjaeger is just really pressuring Acehiro so much. Again, the only point which is arguably again slightly dropping the ball, he's just not taking up as fast as he did with that T-70. That was a, you know, absolute just stroke of great skill in terms of attacking, which honestly most players just rarely get close to. We've got the heavy mortar out here, and heavy mortar not a bad idea, particularly not considering like the position Acehiro is in there. Heavy mortar is a good idea, but he could have out sooner then. So definitely feel like there's a bit of gap there in terms of like his timings and tempo, which definitely benefited Acehiro. Machine gun now wiped out, and he's pushed back, rushing for it. Can Stormjaeger get his hands on it? And he does grab the machine gun, and it's too close for the grenades to actually rifle grenade, but still the armor car guns might be able to take it out. T-70 knocked out though, I think. What? Okay, it looks like it's a pack 40. Might have been a mine going off as well. I briefly thought, but nope. Just the pack 40 taken out there. Close call there for Acehiro. Getting rid of the T-70 though is a significant win, even it does cost him the MD-42. Really close call though. Like sliver of health there on the machine gunner. His hands covered in blood. His own. Still no attack there for Stormjaeger. But again, he does have the heavy mortar, and that should not be taken lightly at all. Acehiro does hold now access to the strafing run, which could, during a particular physical attack, buy him some time to turn around and force away his opponent. He has teched up there, thumbs up. Good work here by Acehiro. Right now, his best bet as the Wehrmacht is to just push into like some fast medium armor here versus Stormjaeger before Stormjaeger catches on himself. He's also been mining a lot. That is really good to see. Unless, of course, you are the German play, in which case this is absolutely one of your nightmare scenarios. But for Stormjaeger's perspective, this is good, solid play, and definitely should something I think most players should definitely train themselves in. It's like when they're ahead, lay down mines, lots of mines. Mortar face Acehiro, not a bad idea either. Even if we can't compete with the heavy mortar, it is still artillery support, which is quite crucial. Can provide smoke screens and other things, so I think it's a good addition there. Of course, you'd also be tempted to cancel it in response to the Soviet heavy mortar. Wouldn't blame him for that. And there you go. Finally hit the 14-minute mark. Mechanized Armor Company up. But he could have this up much sooner. He could have these conscripts up sooner. And he could actually by now had a T-34 some 6 out. Of course, he's probably just planning the T-35. But again, these are nonetheless, I think, elements worth keeping in mind there. So I'm not saying he's wrong for doing it now. I do feel like it would have been better in my optics if he'd done it slightly different. But that's just my commentary there. Northwick on Eastern again there. Again, the getting rid of the T-70 has allowed Acehiro to play more aggressive once more versus Stormjaeger. He got another MD-42 on top of the mortar. He may want to consider Sturmgeschütz here versus Stormjaeger and his likely incoming T-35. He mortar caught by the Grenadier with the MD-42. Mortar firing away in the south. The armored covers the conscious there. You're there, killed. He's moving in. On comes the comp, they're going to get tank, getting hit by an anti-tank grenade. Almost knocked out the close call. Grenades launching a nice flank in Stormjaeger center position, catching the field gun crew in a really bad spot there. Very nice of Rocket Engineers here. Caught in a bit of a tiny pincer, but he's actually having an impact there on Stormjaeger's force in the center. Very good there. There's of course your Stormjaeger, and they're going to use something right out. Doesn't merge here. Could have tried that. There you go, forced away there. Mortar combined with effectively just one Grenadier squad. Definitely managed to catch Stormjaeger significantly off guard and turn the tide there. Very good. But now you have the T-35 on the way for Stormjaeger. That, of course, will be a problem for Acehiro. We'll absolutely need some armor out there. Could, of course, try and solve for the Tiger tank, but I think under the current circumstances, that would be a bit risky. But, you know, no guts, no glory, I suppose.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Mortar holding background, northern point here, machine gun setting up as well. Fixing up the armoured car.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
There we go. T-35 ready here for Stormjaeger. And Acehiro, of course, crucially only has a single Pack 40 to withstand it. So that could get a bit tough there, depending how Stormjaeger handles his tanks and supports it. Still no support on my core. H2 could be a good choice to maybe hit back at the T-35 within my optics. We've got 275 to 459. Stormjaeger has a significant lead over Acehiro right now. MB-40 around the wreckage of the T-70. Pack 40 back, armoured car there. Veteran to 2, and MB-40 straight to the team with the concepts as they advance straight into it. But there you go, T-35 there, revealing itself. Raking the T-70 cover there, leaving the MB-42 deadly and painfully exposed out in the open. Pack 4 though gets a good hit off from the T-35, forcing him to fall back for that. Mortal providing crucial support here for Acehiro at the front line. Of course, Stormjaeger is quick to play smoke of his own here with the same mortar. Thumbs up. Right on the center will exploit this though. Was it just to like mess with Acehiro perhaps? Do have troops moving on the center, laying down sandbags there. Very good. Panther on the way for Acehiro. Very good. Again, could have gone for Stuk to help further deal with the T-35, but a Panther in the current circumstances also makes a bit of sense. Moving through the smoke with a Maxim. Bold. Apparently not. Maximus the MB-42. Pack 40 arms up, and then T-35 again. Panther's almost done. Stormjaeger is not too far away from another T-35. Flare mines down. Small engagement in the south. Panther ready. We got 270 versus 444. Great hit from the T-35. The gun needs to immediately obliterates Hunjog. North gun is pushed back the engineers there. Not exactly the most difficult of tasks. Panther 4 setting out. Armored cover as well here for Acehiro. Concentrating out there for Stormjaeger, heading for the south. Mortar on the conscripts. Close of T2. Definitely good use of that mortar. Thumbs up to Acehiro. Quick kill there. In the south, Panther 4 was the constant trying down sandbags. Is an independent machine gun there finally, very good. So far though, it is worth noting, hasn't actually made use of the command. We haven't seen any air support. We haven't seen that of the officer. No other blitzes, nothing. If he's just going to go for the Tiger tank, I mean, I'll be a tiny bit disappointed. Just a bit. 7 kill picture over there goes, so the mortar finally starting to try and silence its German counterpart here. Control's marked out, and there you go, wipes the German heavy mortar there with the heavy mortar. Very good there, quite painful for Acehiro. Definitely should have shifted about a bit more to make it harder for the Search to counter barrage it. That was definitely one of the German counter tactics, what they call the wandering battery, where they like, you know, have a battery but they have like one gun moving about there to draw enemy fire. Another trick apparently they also would do is actually just simulate artillery fire by setting up certain devices and setting up fake positions, so that way they draw away the enemy artillery from the actual artillery positions. apparently quite a bit of improvisation, experimentation to figure out, like, you know, how exactly to fool certain artillery observers sufficiently well. So, fun fact there. Max being pushed back and he's in a bit of trouble. Filter moving in as well. South Panther forming with Pioneer support, looking to perhaps harass the southern flank here of Stormjaeger. T-35 being fixed up, and he can actually soon go for another one. Close wipe there. Heavy mortar can be quite the menace here. Might want to crew that mortar up, of course. Panther 4, they're obliterating the conscripts. Is he trying to go for tier 4? Doesn't look like it. Pushing for the heavy mortar and the car point. Very good push here. No mines at all from Stormjaeger. In fact, he seems to have started to forget to lay down mines, which definitely benefits Acehiro. Getting bombarded here by the T-35. Going for the MD-42. Armoured car, of course, need repairs. He may well, of course, at this point, Mr. Acehiro, consider a second Pioneer squad to assist with repairs. Target weak point would be something to consider there, I suppose, as well. A bit too late there. Still, Acehiro has somewhat stabilized right now as a Stormjaeger, though again, big 2 points wide, so there's still a significant gap between the two. Acehiro going for another Panther 4 there. I like that. As for Stormjaeger, still some time to go for another T-35, at least in terms of manpower. Fuel-wise, he's already there and then some. Fix up the T-35.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
4 kills on the heavy mortar. North ground the pond with the grenadiers. Very good. Got it from the field gun and the Panther 4 punching cleanly through the armour. Doing from the northern field point there. South pushing ground the sun. Victor point here away from Acehiro once more. Threatening once more, triple cap, and there goes second Panther's out for Acehiro. Very good. Stormjaeger can go for another T-35 there, going before too caught with the armoured car. Quickly send packing, grenadiers further advancing here. But there we go, a quick riposte here with the T-35 there is looking to threaten Acehiro's southern advances rapidly. Stormjaeger by the way is floating a lot of minis. He's going for the Katyusha. More artillery here versus Acehiro. Not necessarily a bad idea, but I do think more tanks right now is more pertinent, particularly since he already has the heavy mortar. I feel like in this regard, the Katyusha ends up being perhaps a bit redundant. There you go, fragmentation bomb. Calling in there. Oh, could catch the maximum, the heavy mortar in the retreat, and... oh, so close to phase it. Oh, so close yet so far. I imagine most of the maximum crew that at least going to need a new pair of underpants. Panther 4 pushing 4 train to mine the damaged engine here. 7 kills though. Needs more support here. We got the other Panther rushing in to assist here. Crucial. Mark target there, I think, on the already damaged Panther 4. Need to be more forces. Always risk losing the Panther 4 here. But there we go. T-5 arriving. Panther 4 is, I think, pretty much in deep shies here. We got the other Panther 4 trying to draw fire. Doesn't work. The Panther 4 is left a smouldering hulk of steel by Stormjaeger's armor and tanks and well, tank hunters over the field gun. Almost got the film crew here though. Katyusha Bouch using the Pack 40 crew immediately evaporating half of it. Almost got the T-35. They're down to half health. More rockets screaming away there. Some intense fighting here between Stormjaeger and Acehiro. Building collapses, mine is exposed, and now kind of not quite pointless, but certainly a bit superfluous. Also impressive, the entire building got leveled, but the mines are still there. Katyusha falling back, 2 kills. Another Pack 40 for Acehiro, definitely looking like he's feeling the pressure and the heat from Stormjaeger, who could also possibly be a herald of an attempt to go for the Tiger tank now. Got the field crew here. Got Panther Faust here, it's only hurt Stormjaeger. You got 184 to 429. Stormjaeger still having a huge advantage with Acehiro. Shoots and misses with that Panther 4. Massive push here for Stormjaeger. Grab this western fuel point there. Another T-35 there for Stormjaeger finally. Still no officer here for Acehiro or an Open Blitz. I mean, he's going to go for the Tiger tank. Honestly, an Open Blitz probably a pretty good idea on the fuel point. If I have to be honest, but that's just me. T-35 they're being fixed up.
Marking and targeting of vehicles is now available.
And he still hasn't recruited his mortar there. I feel also a bit sad over that one. It's not like I did a poor job before it got wiped there. He just needs to, like, you know, be a bit faster to reposition it in the face of Soviet heavy mortars. So a bit of a shame on that one. Bit of a shame. Tier 4 then North Acehiro, so definitely looking at a Tiger Strong, at which point again you could consider the Open Blitz there to assist with fuel income, making it a bit more feasible. A slightly faster point, but anyways, T-35 to arriving, giving Stormjaeger now a total of 2 T-35s, which is definitely a chance here for Acehiro's armor. And the rest of Acehiro's forces, to be honest. And we go, Field and Johnny's from the pushing the Panther down to half health. We got marked targets roll here. Stormjaeger's in the offensive, but there goes 22 Pack 40s in the Panther 4 here. There's a chance the T-35 could go down here. Ace-11 on the Pack 40 crew there. T-35 main gun is out. Driving forward, gets knocked up with the Panther 4, retreats eventually to. We got the other T-35 there. Stormjaeger's hell-bent on vengeance and destruction of the fascist invader. Charging in with the T-35. The damaged engine, though, is now caught between 2 Pack 40s. Like a rat caught in a very elaborate German trap involving anti-tank guns. The T-35 there is about to, there we go combusto. As the crew is killed, but the tank is operable. It could crew it himself or try to, but something tells me he's not going to bother. There we go, destroys it. So with that, suddenly Stormjaeger's advantage, his lead just went up in flames like that. He could have laid down some smoke screens with a heavy mortar to make this attack work out a lot better. Definitely, I think, a bit of the case of getting a bit too eager, a bit too overconfident, and getting slapped into the ground here by a resilient German player. So thumbs up to Acehiro holding his ground there and persevering, but it was pretty close though. Again, I think had he just popped some smoke there with a heavy mortar before making the advance, that would have worked out a lot better. Armored car, they're falling back. Panther 4 V2 being fixed up. Another T-34, but this time the 760 for Stormjaeger. He needs tanks, and he needs them fast. Multiple on the Gundiers, burn them up there. MD focusing up here for Acehiro. Got the heavy mortar there, pretty close to the front line. Good hit then, 9 kills for Veteran 2. MG42 Maxim setting up here to deal with the Germans. T-34 some 6 ready. We got the Panther almost fixed up, still would benefit from another Pioneer squad. But that said, he is slowly moving towards the Tiger tank, and now with both T-35s there, basically just gone. I'd say chance of making that work are significantly higher now for Acehiro than, you know, had it been around. Stormjaeger still has quite the munitions, some still would benefit a lot from laying down a bunch of mines if it was Acehiro, to be honest. 182 versus 342. Acehiro is closing the gap very slowly between him and Stormjaeger. Pack 40 is moving in there. MD4 covering the southern point. We've got new sync up on that. Katyusha moving to the front there. Go behind the Gunnies with a streak of very mean-spirited rockets. Panther 4 lining up. Fragmentation bomb ready for his hitter once more. So he has used that. I guess there we go, another one here. Will this one work out better for Acehiro? Will this one have the success he so desperately desires? Close! He wipes the MD42 crew, so that kind of worked out. This fragmentation bombs. 2-2 sending out. Back in Acehiro's base, nothing further transpiring. He's getting close to the Tiger tank. We're talking roughly a bit around 2 minutes here. Destroy the M4 to out to Stormjaeger. And same with Stormjaeger's ground force composition, a Tiger tank could work out well. He's only got like a T-34, some 6 and 1 field gun. That's a sort of territory where target tank can actually do some good, arguably so good a bunch of Panzer IVs, but you know, the target tank would definitely work.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Grab northern point with the Grenadiers. Closing in on that Tiger tank. We are roughly a minute away there, a bit more than that. Stormjaeger may want to consider another field gun and a lot of mines. Grabbing the northern point with a few plucky Grenadiers. Strengthening the 32. Could have popped engine up down to time. There you go, Katyusha barrage. Obviously, you shouldn't have done that. Hopefully, in fact, the T-34 from 6 almost taken out here already. Acehiro is within reach of the Tiger tank. Sent from the nearby 505th Schwere Panzerabteilung. Meanwhile, Stormjaeger is still some time away from the ET-35. Of course, if you know about the Tiger tank, he probably expects it. He's probably going to go for the HA-5 instead. Instead, we get another T-34 from 60 for Stormjaeger. Perhaps he's hoping to ride out the storm in true spectacular fashion, or he's unawares of what's about to hit him like a brick wall through the window. Okay, Mordkin to be a good asset. 11 kills, actually 2. 7 kills on the Katyusha, and there we go. Tiger tank has arrived here for Acehiro and the German army.
Our points have fallen to 300.
Max name, the center caught here by German firepower is quickly routed. Should of course add the pen mounted MD4 to the Tiger tank. So Stormjaeger is about to be on the receiving end of a lot of German steel.
Ready for combat.
Gives me a bit of trouble. Quick full lance out in the T-34 there. Panther wing on the flank. Sets off a mine right next to the heavy mortar. That's some good luck there for Acehiro. Less good luck for Stormjaeger. Feel on the flank up in the Panther full, punching straight for the side arm. Very good. Tiger tank's ultimate advantage, and of course signaling to Stormjaeger that he has a Tiger tank to deal with. We got air support as well here. We got Acehiro going all in here. It seems like against Stormjaeger, he's pushing forwards for Deutschland. The 6th Panzer Division, in conjunction with the 505th Schwere Panzerabteilung, is launching an all-assault here on Stormjaeger's base under the auspices of Luftwaffe support here. They concentrate the force inside his base here. Vancouver Convention being damned. There you go, conquer in front of the Tiger tank. They're all like targets in front of an anti-tank grenade being pelted. They don't care. Got the T-34 from 6 inside the base here. Tiger tank moving forwards now. Troops pinned down. The Katyusha in trouble. Panther bouncing a shot here. Driving into the base here. Constantly be careful. Being crushed. Being shot. Being murdered. It's utter chaos. Pandemonium. Disaster reigns now within the base here of Stormjaeger. Panther 4 gets knocked out. He's got to run over troops inside of Stormjaeger's base. There is no end to the carnage. 18 kills in the Tiger tank. Phew. 21 kills. The kill tally never stops. 22 kills. An absolute slaughter here. A massacre within Stormjaeger's own base. Veterans who won on the Tiger tank from this death ride into Stormjaeger's base. He's going with the T-34 for the Tiger tank. Can he take it out, or will it be a fool's errand? He's almost got it. He's almost got it. Ah, there we go. Tiger is down. The T-34 is alive, but the T-34 ends up getting knocked by Pack 40 anyway, which then gets knocked out by the Katyusha. Stormjaeger's infantry is harried, and Acehiro still has a decent amount of supporting troops, but Stormjaeger's just been brutalized. Losses are massive. He's got at least another Pack 40 gets grabbed from the Germans, but good lord, and we still have the armored car driving in here to Stormjaeger's base, going for the pack crew, exterminating them. 18 kills in the name of Deutschland. 29 kills on the Grenadiers. That was one hell of a base raid. Phew.
Only 200 points remain.
That is one for the books. So we got 167 as 194. I mean, Acehiro, it did cost him his tanks, but I would argue, you know, gained a fair amount from that. If nothing else, psychologically. Maximum continuing force there. Counter shot in the gun. The MG42 setting up there for Acehiro. Katyusha moving up there for Stormjaeger. 10 kills, close veteran T1. Counter being utterly annihilated by the Gundams. Ground western point here. Troops are being utterly annihilated. A Furious Storm of Blade being unleashed by Acehiro. Grab the western point here. Grab the eastern point there. And there you go. Mortar bomb, soft machine being wiped out. Armor car pushing ahead here. Katyusha unleashing a torrent of death. Without mercy, without respite. 167, 137. Now the Panther IV Acehiro and the German army Stormjaeger lines up for a last glorious push for the Red Army. A temporary shock group with which to potentially slaughter his way through the fascists. But will it succeed for Stormjaeger? Will Acehiro beat back this assault? Panther IV halfway done here. Got 167, 113. Acehiro is finally ahead of Stormjaeger in terms of victory points. Finally. To the two, meanwhile, maintaining some sort of coherence in the front line. Gundams moving southwards here.
We are down to 100 points.
98. Panther almost done there for Acehiro. Stormjaeger might be going for another T-35. They'll arrive in time, of course, is another matter. Catching the anti-tank guns. The Mortar with the Gundam flank there. Light machine guns raking the crews with heavy 8mm round fire there. Completely wiping out one of the back guns there already.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
Rifling it off against the head pack. I guess it was a bit just they're going for the field gun next. Opening up for the Panther on the armor car to push in here. Contra moving in. Heavy mortar there. Trying its best to stop the Germans. We got the MG42 team backing all up there. Go through and crew out. And I think with this, Stormjaeger is being completely ripped apart now by Acehiro. T-34 some 6 on the way there. A desperate last attempt. I think honestly at this point it may not matter. In fact, at this rate, Acehiro could just basically drive into the base again and just cause further intense casualties. Katyusha barrage though narrowly saves parts of his bacon. I would say most of the bacon has by now ceased by the German army and consumed. Armored car moving in there. Panther IV there. 3 kills. Armored car pushing forward here for Deutschland. Air support called in once more. Acehiro summoning the Luftwaffe here. And there you go. Armored car making short work there with the field gun crew. 167 versus 55. The clock is ticking. Holy smokes. The clock is ticking against Stormjaeger, and he's doing so at a rapid pace. MG42 there, close to the ace level. T-54 moving in, armored car there, hastily disengaging here as Stormjaeger launches one last assault here. One last dash for socialism. Straight to 2 Pack 40s though. 26 here versus 167. I think at this point Stormjaeger has lost the fight. Deutschland stands supreme. Got it from the Pack 40 there. Troops there pinned down. The Katyusha rushes forward straight into Pack 40, which completely ignites the rockets, cooking the entire thing off like a really poorly done turkey. So there you go, GG game over, loss here for Stormjaeger, victory for the German army. A fiercely fought battle here with some great maneuvers, some great aggression. Stormjaeger, I think, will benefit from slightly better timing in terms of text, and of course, more minds will still ahead there. But still think this was a great match. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did casting. If you did, like, comment, all that, and of course, consider donating or pledging on Patreon as well. That link's in the description. This is Imperial Links, and cheers. Thank you for watching. I'm sure tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.